3SFX presents the indoob podcast with your host, T. Sterling Watson.
Good morning, Indoobians. I'm T. Sterling Watson.
And I'm Kortney.
This is the Indoob podcast for drive time meets late night talk shows. We aim to entertain, enlighten, and provide an auditory escape with knowledge and nonsense. Thank you for stopping by and pressing play. We're recording live from wherever we are, and we're about to just get into a whole bunch of stuff. But Kortney, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm fantabulous. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I stole your word. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Oh, did you sing your? I'm putting you on the spot for a second, but did you listen to and sing your song "Auld Lang Syne" and get teary-eyed?
I didn't. I just did that before New Year's, but I was preoccupied with like gunshots, crying children, crying grumpy children, scared, crying grumpy children. Children, haven't mentioned children. So I did not have time to actually celebrate or, reminisce or cry over Auld Lang Syne because I was a little occupied with children. So no.
I feel like you buried the lead a little bit there by saying you started out with gunshots.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We had a whole pre-show and you didn't even bring that part up.
Well, it's not. I was going to, but we had to actually start the show. But nothing crazy. I mean, my neighbors just like to shoot in the air, but it was like worse this year than it ever has been before. And also children were in my house, and they, along with the adults in the house, but mainly the children, did not like it. So it was a show. It was an experience, if you will.
I would certainly say so. Like, we only had to deal with the occasional fireworks, which I wasn't surprised by, but it's stuff that usually drives the dogs in the building a little crazy sometimes, but not gunshots. That one's, I mean, for all I know, they could have been. I honestly can't say that I know the difference between certain explosions going off. I just know it needs to stop because I don't want my dogs barking, or my dog. I don't only have one dog, but okay. Well, Happy New Year anyway. Hopefully.
Thank you.
I mean,
same to you.
Your New Year started off with a bang, apparently. A couple
of them. Definitely did. Yeah, several, many hundreds, maybe. Crazy.
But I am forecasting great news in your future, and the odds will be in your favor. So looking forward to that.
Awesome.
The reason why I know you're going to have a good year, other than the fact that you're already amazing and awesome and all the above, but today we're going to talk about the MCU Phase 5. Wait, 5? Yeah, 5. Okay, I had to check to make sure. Yes. Obviously, we have not seen any of what we're about to discuss, but we're about to get into it, and probably what we might be most excited about to see, or anticipate, or even, dare I say, speculate what may or may not happen. Because, I mean, who knows? We can throw out as many theories as we want because we're nerds like that. We can do that. So now, you don't have, I could always just send you a list. I'm literally looking at Wikipedia, but off the top of your head, do you know of any certain titles that you are looking forward to without looking at a list?
Yes, I'm looking forward to Ahsoka. I am also looking forward to Loki 2. And
did you start with saying with Ahsoka?
Yeah.
As in Star Wars?
Yes.
I was talking about Phase 5 of the MCU.
Oh, MCU. You did say that. Well, okay, Loki. So Loki.
I almost want to
I'm sorry.
I can't take your nerd card from you because it still lives in that world.
Shut up. So I'm
Okay.
thinking of because that's not MCU, that's Disney. My bad.
Right. I get it. I
Because
get it.
I'm thinking of new stuff that's coming out that I know about, but that's not
Hmm.
MCU. I know that it's not MCU. Sheesh. So we're gonna go back to Loki 2, like season 2.
Okay.
Um, I'm looking forward to Ant-Man, and I know what you're thinking. I
What
was
am I
not an
thinking?
Ant-Man
That is
fan,
what I was thinking. Yeah.
and now she's mentioning Ant-Man. But mainly it's because I finally watched the Ant-Man installments, and I like them very much. And I love what's
Hmm.
his name?
Paul Rudd.
What's his name? Paul Rudd. Love him. And so I am especially excited that we're going into the quantum realm, and Jonathan Majors as oh goodness,
Yeah.
Kang
King the Conqueror. Yeah. There you
is
go.
gonna be there. That's what I'm super excited about. So those are the first two properties that come to mind. I mean, there are others, but those are the first two that I'm just like, whoa, yeah, it's going down. I'm excited.
So I want to just jump in, and there are a lot of times that I might say something to someone and be like, "Ooh, I want to say I told you so bad."
Shut
But
up. I don't want to hear it.
this is one of those times, and I'm going to say it with all
Oh
of the
my gosh.
gusto that I can muster. I told you so. Oh, that was just really breathy. Let me try it again.
It was
hmm,
sexy. That wasn't like, yeah, it wasn't
right.
with a
It
lot of
just,
gusto.
I know. Because I feel like maybe I should just yell it, but I don't want to, like, I don't
That's
know,
weird.
just, it's weird too. Yeah. Like, I don't want to do it in a taunting way either. It's hard to just try to, I told you so. I told you, I told you, I told you. I knew you were going to enjoy these movies, but you just like, it's Ant-Man. Who wants to see a little tiny little, you have to watch it. It's a heist movie. It's funny. Paul Rudd is charming. He'll just charm the
He's
socks right.
amazing.
I don't
Yeah.
even have socks anymore because he charmed all of them off of me. So yes.
You're correct. You were correct.
Mhm.
You definitely were right about this one. I have been dragging my feet for way too long. I've been missing out. And I'm so glad I finally got on the bandwagon. And
I am too.
here we are.
I am too.
Fine. Okay.
We're here and it's on the record that I told you so, but I'm glad you finally joined us. And we can go into Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania together. So I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Should be a good
And
one.
that actually is the first film that's slated to appear. So that's going to be in February. And
Everywhere. I was thinking March. Excellent.
yeah, February. And the speculation, the word on the street is that Ant-Man, Paul Rudd isn't going to make it. That's the theory. That's the rumor that's out there.
Like he's gonna die? Like what?
Yeah, that's what the streets are saying. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I
Or
mean,
do you have?
clearly I don't like that. I don't approve. I don't understand why, but I kind of understand why. Like Marvel has a whenever they kill someone off, it's normally with good reason. It's I can see that though, especially because Kang, this will be his first MCU like movie appearance.
Mhm.
He's been in Loki, but this will be his first film. And so to me, this is his grand entrance. Like I feel like the Loki entrance or the Loki um feature, I guess, was just maybe a softer entrance, but like with him being in an actual movie that perhaps more people are likely to see, it makes sense that he would come in guns blazing, probably quite
Right.
literally, so he can. Also, the Kang that's going to be in Ant-Man, we don't know which iteration um, he is. Like he is most likely going to be. Well, actually, he is going to be. Well, I think he's going to be a
Mhm.
different iteration than the one in Loki because
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Sylvie killed him.
Right.
But I mean, time is wonky, so I was thinking, well, maybe it's the same iteration just before he gets killed or something. I don't know, but I think it's a different iteration.
It
And
is in the fact that because I can hear some of the other nerds kind of just yelling at us saying like the one who was in Loki that his name is He Who Remains, and like yes, we
oh, I
know that, but
see.
it's
That's true.
played by
Yeah.
the same actor, and I
Yeah,
think
it's the
that
same person, basically.
it's the same person,
Same
and I think that's also
character.
why Jonathan Majors signed up. It's like, oh, I get to play all these different versions
Mm-hmm.
of myself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I look forward to that as well because I want to see
Yeah, me
how
too.
big and bad this new baddie is. So
Yeah.
see
Well,
what he
so
does.
that's why I think, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna do anything like that, but it wouldn't surprise me if Ant-Man or one of the bigger players is killed by him because he's gotta replace Thanos initially, and he's gotta replace Thanos, and Thanos was
Mhm.
the biggest bad, and look what he did. So I
Right.
feel like
Right.
Kang would have to come in kind of just crazy so that he can establish himself as the new big bad. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I hope that is not the case, but that would make sense, and that would definitely establish him as the newest big bad. So I don't know.
I mean, start off the phase 5 with a bang for real, and kill off
For
one of
real,
our
yeah.
beloved heroes.
Our
Yeah.
beloveds, yeah.
Hmm.
Ugh, I don't like this theory though.
Which
It's not my
which
favorite.
not to make it any worse, but according to the trailers, or at least one of them that I've seen, he was like, "Haven't I killed you before?" So just
Oh my gosh, you're right. Oh, I forgot about that.
hmm hmm
Ugh.
well, rather than dwell on that and kind of bring you down, we'll move on to the
Yeah,
next one, which also might be a downer.
thanks.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, you know what? I'm probably gonna cry at this one. I can feel it.
Mm,
But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
okay, haven't seen it yet. Like the
the
trailer, I
trailer
mean.
for it. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, so this one, I mean, we kind of already knew it was going to be rocket focused. So we're going to get a bit
Okay.
more of his origin story, but I don't know. The fact that James Gunn will be vacating his MCU status and moving on to DC Studios, which is another conversation
What?
that we definitely need to have.
Oh my God,
Um,
how did I not know this?
I'm not sure, but I'm happy to take a detour and explain the Cliff Notes version to you if you want.
Please do. Yeah. Like I'm 5.
Okay, so the DCEU is or was having a bit of a identity crisis,
Sure.
and I just realized I threw a pun in there and I didn't mean to, because they have a whole crisis saga thing in their comic
Mm,
line. Anyway,
hmm.
so they are rebooting yet again,
Oh God.
and this time they're bringing on, instead of having, because I think they always had the problem of having too many cooks in the kitchen
Sure.
with their
Yeah.
studios. So they
Yeah.
decided, okay, we're going to have, not only is just Warner Brothers in general kind of restructuring, but they figure they
Hmm.
might as well just restructure that too and just reboot everything. And they brought in James Gunn and this other guy that I forgot his name, but they're having them take over the DC Studios, which is now what it's going to be
What?
called. I think just
Okay.
DCU.
So they
They
trying to be MCU basically, Marvel Studios.
they are, and
Okay.
it's and I'll get back to my editorialization in a second, but he's
Okay.
going to come in, or rather, this duo is going to come in. They're going to pretty much streamline. They're going to be the Kevin Feige of the DC. So they're
Yeah.
going to recast Superman. They're going to, I believe, they're going
What?
to redo Batman again. Probably
Oh
they're
my
not touching.
God.
They're not
How many
touching the Matt
times?
Reeves version. They're gonna leave. In fact, they actually
Sterling.
they may incorporate Matt Reeves' version of the Robert Pattinson one. They may actually bring him in. That might
Sterling.
happen.
How many
It's still
Batman
early.
movies?
It's very early.
Sterling. How
Yes.
many Batman movies do we need? Okay. How many times do we need to relive this? We've seen Uncle Ben die. We've seen Aunt May die now. Wait, that's different. Whoa, wait.
Yeah, that's different.
Whoa.
Aunt
Way
May only
different.
died once.
She only died once. Also, that's a completely different character. So please scratch that from
But
the record.
but you're right though, because how many
But like,
times do you have to see this origin
but
story?
why do we? But see, but I mean,
But
I still haven't seen Pattinson's version, so I don't know how good it is. I've heard it's really good, but
I think you may like it even more because of the score and you and a couple other people I know, they're really into scores. So that's, I feel like for you, that's the selling point to watch that.
Well, I'm
But I
interested to
don't
sing Pattinson's performance. I've heard it's actually really good. So
I don't have a problem with it, really, honestly, but it's and I may have spoke too soon. So I apologize. I don't think they're going to be rebooting Batman. I think they're going to actually hold on to that one and possibly incorporate into what James Gunn and friend is going to build. So they're going to do that. What people are really upset about is the fact that they are recasting Superman and Henry Cavill will no longer be Superman.
Okay, and I don't love that because I do love Henry Cavill as Superman. And did he not just leave The Witcher to be Superman again?
Correct.
So so he left Witcher for nothing. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what it appears to be. Yes.
Oh my God.
With that nugget of information, there are many angry fanboys across Twitter who are just trying to get James Gunn fired. What was amusing to me is that they were trying to do the same thing, like pulling up old tweets of like James Gunn being a horrible person that got him fired from Disney so many years ago.
Wow.
But Warner Brothers already hired James Gunn knowing what James Gunn is capable of. They already knew all that. And they saw what they did with what he did with Suicide Squad, which was very good. So like, hey, can you do that with all of our, our IP? And basically, yes, he can. And I see it is a business. And they're trying to get something, cohesive, something that makes sense. They need a Kevin Feige, and James Gunn is their Kevin Feige. So just go with it.
My only thing though is, sure, James Gunn, go where the bag is, do what you got to do. But do we not see it as a bit of a betrayal since James Gunn has been on the MCU train and perhaps has a bit more of insight to what MCU, to what Marvel Studios does, and can maybe even incorporate some of that for DC? Or is that the point?
I think that's the point.
I'm saying?
I do. And he did leave with Kevin Feige's blessing.
Okay.
And plus, his contract was up too. I'm pretty sure. He was only signed on for 3 movies. So
and he did that, or he's doing that.
Yeah, he did that, and he's telling his story. He finished his story.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers opened the door to him, or opened the door for him. It's like, hey, we'll take you. So he's gonna go over there.
Wow. I don't love it, but I guess I understand.
Change is hard.
I get it. Change is hard, and I don't like it.
And I know there are a lot of people who are upset about the whole Henry Cavill thing and how they felt that James Gunn kind of stabbed him in the back or whatever. But they even talked it out, and there's even more drama that it had nothing to do with them. It was just, it's business.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's responsible for it. And really, I have a theory here. It may not pan out, may not be true at all. I'm thinking they did have a meeting. They talked it over and, publicly or privately or whatever. I'm thinking that it's possible that maybe James Gunn offered him a role that we don't know about yet.
Okay. I like that.
So,
because if they're going to change everything anyway.
They already recasted Jason Momoa. So after this Aquaman movie, he's going to be the Aquaman movie is coming out. That's going to happen.
Okay.
But after that, he's going to play a character called Lobo, who's a bounty hunter, an alien bounty hunter thing.
In what property? In what film?
To be decided, but he's a DC character, so he can show up in anything really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, The Flash is still happening.
Unfortunately.
I said unfortunately. I'm on the record saying it because of all of the shenanigans going on with that whole production. I want to see the movie about making that movie. So if you don't know what's happening, if you don't know what had happened, we can't get into it here. I'm already too far deep talking about
Understand.
DC, and yeah,
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later because there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack. That's a phrase that I hear people say all the time, but I seriously mean it when it comes to the Flash movie. And if you tell that to other people who know what's happening, they'll say the same thing. Like, yeah, there's a lot to. Whew, yeah.
Lots to
So
unpack there. Yeah.
So there's a handful of movies that were already in production or about to be released. Those will still come out, and then everything after that is pretty much just James Gunn and company kind of just rebuilding the DCU to hopefully compete against the MCU, which is already like 12 years deep at this point now. So
yeah, they've had I say they have a big head start, but that's not even true, because didn't DC kind of start, or did they start after like Iron Man, start getting serious about movies after Iron Man? I can't remember.
So this is where my editorialization comes in, and that is the fact that Warner Brothers, as a movie studio company, has always owned like the DC rights to, make Batman, Superman, and they never, I guess, figured out how to, or even maybe conceived. Right. They never thought of like putting all of these characters together in a movie to make the Justice League. They didn't think of that long until after MCU already started doing theirs. So
so it was like they copied them, even though that's in the comics that was canon, but in the movies, in their universe, that wasn't a thing.
Right. Like they could have been doing this a long time ago, because they could have been doing it. They could have done it because Marvel, all of their pieces were all over all different movie studios until they finally got together. And then eventually Disney bought them to help them do it even better. Which I'll throw a quick little plug. I'm reading Bob Iger's, I guess it's his memoir, I don't know, or maybe autobiography, but it's also like a self-help book. Like if you're into leadership, it's really engaging. And I'm not just reading it because he is my future boss. So yeah, it's a good read, especially if you're interested in how decisions are made in and you want to know what happens in the room where it happened, basically. So
yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I had to tie it all together, and I was wondering how I was going to recommend that book in there too, but there you go. So
you've done
so
it.
That's a little
I said you've done it.
Oh, thanks.
Recommend this book.
But
yeah.
That's a little snapshot of what's happening over at DC Studios, and why Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is James Gunn's last foray into the MCU. So and he so it looks like it may be a bit of a tearjerker, possibly. Just because I know, like, okay, a lot of these characters are probably going to be leaving or dying, and then
breaking our hearts in the meantime.
Sorry, I mean, someone had to do it, I suppose, or you just kind of go in just not knowing, and then you'll just be smacked in the face with emotions. It's like, why did anyone tell me? But here I am. I'm trying to help you.
That's what we need. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The next film is another one I'm excited about. I'm excited about pretty much all of these, but for different reasons. And the next one is The Marvels, where we see all of the Marvels.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this one.
What's the matter with this one?
Said I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, okay. Well, this one, and I know you have not yet seen Miss Marvel or Ms. Marvel, Miss Marvel, yeah, whatever.
Nope.
The fantastic series on Disney Plus, which we discussed last episode. So it's still very high in my recommendation list. So you have to see that before you see this movie. I'm telling you that now because I know because of the way the series ends, it is leading you right up into whatever's going to happen in this movie.
Okay. So will it not make sense? I guess it won't make sense otherwise.
I can't say because I think this is where the speculation comes in a bit. And
sure.
you know how we are completionists, and we kind of need to see everything.
Right.
And yeah, so that's something I'm kind of boosting on your list for homework to watch Miss Marvel. So at least you'll be prepared. and ready
Okay.
for when the Marvels comes out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let me scroll down real quick to see when your due date is. You have until July. So yeah, I'll follow up with you, make sure that you know that you did your
several
homework.
months from now. So that's a good thing because I have more time. That's why I was like, I have till next week because I was like, I'm not gonna make that deadline. Sorry.
Oh no, you've got plenty of time, so you should be good. So yes, Marvels is one I'm definitely excited about, and the reason why, again, oh wait, I never said it the first time, is you have Captain Marvel, you have Miss Marvel, and then you have Monica Rambeau. I'm trying to think what name she goes by.
Oh yeah. It's not Electra. It's DC. I can't remember.
It's a different MCU character. It might be I want to say Photon. Is that a name? But I don't think she's.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see real quick if they. Nope, they don't actually give her name in this synopsis. Just Monica Rambeau.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a whole bunch of aliases, such as. Why is none of them showing me? Oh, that's too much research. Okay, but Monica Rambeau is going to be there, so that's something I'm excited about.
Nice. Yeah, I'm too. I forgot she's getting her own show as well.
Who?
Monica Rambeau.
She is?
Is she not?
I might have missed it if she is. I wonder if that's in.
I'm probably tripping.
Phase 6, maybe. I don't want to. I can't veer.
Maybe not. I may be making that up. Don't quote me until you verify it
until I
from
can
a
verify that one.
Source. Yeah.
Well, we'll get back to that one, and for right now, we're going to move forward into the one where I feel like a lot of people would have like some kind of reservation with, and maybe because it's not as spectacular as like the last 3 films we just talked about, but Captain America: New World Order, where we pretty much pick up from oh my god, the series with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's probably going to pick up after that.
Winter Soldier.
Where yeah. Okay. So that's next. That is pretty much going to show Sam Wilson as Captain America and his adventures doing whatever he does in there. So so there's definitely things to look forward to within the movie, and I'm not going to discount it. I'm pretty sure that it's got like some solid like pieces of information that will be crucial to the larger building of this universe, or continuing the story rather. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it should be fun. It should be a good ride. It should be one that you can really chew and sink your teeth into, and like, ooh, yeah, this character, that character, yeah,
I hope so.
After that, I guess it would be a film that ties into Captain America: New World Order, and that is Thunderbolts.
Okay, I didn't know they were related or connected.
I would think that they would be because of the caliber of not even the caliber, it's the material that they're kind of dealing with, where it's again not about spectacle, but it's more about maybe soldiers in the line of duty, and the Thunderbolts, from what I can remember, is that they are pretty much like the Avengers, but they kind of do the dirty work, similar to like Suicide Squad versus the Justice League.
They like kill people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they can get away with a bit more. They might be a little bit more secretive. They don't have a problem hiring criminals to join the team. So yeah, gotcha.
A team of anti-heroes. Sometimes you just gotta sink a little lower than the bad guys. You gotta become the bad guys.
Right. When Captain America's not available, you call these guys. So yeah,
exactly.
So that's what that is, and that could be fun. I mean, this should be fun. There's there's a whole year and a half for that movie to come out. That's in July 2024. So there's a while for that one.
Oh wow. Okay.
The last film slated for phase 5, that was a lot of alliteration going on there, is Blade.
Yes. Oh, so excited for that one. That's gonna be good.
Go on. Tell me what's
Mahershala Ali. That's it. That's why. That's it. Give it to me now, please and thank you.
Enough said, I suppose. So yeah, Mahershala Ali is
yes.
I just want to see at least a screenshot,
so excited.
Just to get us a little more hyped. Like, I'm already hyped. I'm ready for this. I know they've been having issues with screenwriting, but I think they must have found a screenwriter to tell the story that they're looking to tell, because I know that was an issue. I think they lost a director, then they got a new one. So hopefully everything is a go and we can be ready.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah.
So
they need to get it together so that we can have this story with him telling the story and being the character. Oh.
Right. I'm just excited, really. I was at a loss for words, because I'm also like, I don't really know what's gonna happen, because it's so far in the future. And I say so far, and what is the date for this one? September of 2024. So we've got a ways to go.
2 years almost. Jeez.
Right. So we've got a little way to go for that one to hit, let alone see any trailers or even like screenshots.
Yeah.
Or photography. Anything.
Yeah.
So we've got to be patient. I'm wondering if we're going to get a Wesley Snipes cameo. As far as I heard, I don't think they'd. I mean, you can't even say that, even if he said, like, no, they didn't talk to me, because they like to deceive us, the MCU.
They do.
Because
they do. They like to trick us.
Because that happened with the whole Spider-Man movie, where all the Spider-Men were there. So you never.
And they lied the whole time about it.
Just grinning away, and next thing you know, all of them start walking through the circle.
Right.
So,
loved it though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I absolutely loved it too. I probably would have stood up in my seat just like everybody else, but I just clapped.
Yeah.
And then
same.
Ashley just looked at me like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this?" It's like, it's so exciting.
All of the Spider-Man.
So
that's what
it is. I mean, it was a moment in history.
Oh my God, twins. Yes. Like, I can't believe it. I still am just in awe and happy, and just they actually did it,
I feel like I might need to go watch this after we're done recording. But yes, yeah. Well, that does it for the films. Now we'll get into the TV shows, which you've already mentioned one of them, but that's not first on my list. So the first one is the other homework assignment that you haven't done yet, that I'm not pushing above Miss Marvel. This one is below it. And it's What If Season 2.
Season 2? Oh, so I need to get caught up, like for real caught up.
Yeah, because this does, I think, okay, I'm speculating again, but I think that some of the episodes, or at least some of the storyline, continues in Season 2. So you can't just jump in and watch Season 2 without watching Season 1. So
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So that's supposed to come out early this year. It doesn't have a date. It says early 2023. The fact that we are in 2023 means to tell me that it has to be within the next couple months. So,
it better be. I mean, that is what early means.
It does. It's got to be here before March, or else I'm calling up some people. I mean, I feel like I got connections now, so I'm like, hey, where is it? I mean, there are people who are doing that, or they were doing that, because of not knowing when Wakanda Forever was coming to streaming on or Disney Plus. I'm like, can you guys relax? You know it's coming. Just relax.
Right.
And by the way, if those of you, or if you're listening and you don't know when it's going to be coming to Disney Plus, Wakanda Forever is supposed to hit February 1st. So
Of course,
that
because
was
Black History Month.
Black History Month, of course. So
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Because before it was going to be January 20 something, but they decided the first, whatever. So that's that. The next series, and I don't know if you've watched this trailer either, is for Secret Invasion.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I am looking forward to it. I don't.
You know anything?
What is it? Yeah, it's about the. Is it the Cree? The Creole? The what are they called?
I think it's the Kree. No, I'm sorry, it's the Skrulls. The Skrulls.
The Scrolls. Cree is something else from a different show.
Well, no,
but yes.
it's from the same. Like they are
it?
at war with each other. That's why I keep getting them confused.
Oh, okay. Well, the Cree is in another show I watch as well. But so cool. So I know it's about that, but that's it. I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about it, but I'm looking forward to it because we've seen the Skrulls kind of peppered in throughout different shows and movies in the MCU, and I don't know much about them, but I'm looking forward to learning more about them.
They're basically an alien. Well, they are an alien race, but they're shapeshifters, so they can kind of assume the identity of anyone that they want to, really, and just be infiltrating anything. And that's what makes them secretive. That's what the whole invasion part of it is. And it's espionage. It's I was going to say secret missions, but it's all about Nick Fury, our hero Samuel L. Jackson, will be starring in this 6-episode series. And I don't know if it's going to be a mini series or I don't know, but I think this also leads into one of the other movies that must be coming out, because this is supposedly coming out early 2023. So that must mean it has to be here before March, or else
that's not early.
I'm gonna be knocking on some doors like
y'all lied.
I mean, because the next one comes out in mid 2023. So I don't know exactly what that means. Are they dividing the year into thirds? Because I'm thinking quarters. So maybe it's thirds. So I have to be a little more lenient with my what I judge as an early 2023 release.
I mean, and things happen, delays happen for various reasons. So, but yeah, they need to go on and come with it.
Pretty much. I wish I had looked at this again and done some math, because then I could kind of map out. Because you know how Disney Plus will do, they'll release an episode a week, and then once that series is done, maybe they'll wait a week, maybe a month, but they'll release the next one. But they'll kind of keep you coming back each week for a new thing. So after Secret Invasion ends, then that's when we get Loki season 2.
Oh, so excited!
Okay, yes.
Wait.
Your squeals got lost in some kind of jumbleness with
some void. Got it.
Yeah, but I heard fragrance, not fragrance. Yeah, I heard a fragrance of it. There, I'm using that term now. There.
Okay.
Fragments, I think, is what I was trying to say, but we're going with fragrance.
I like fragrance.
I heard a fragrance of your squeals. Yes. The next one, now that we've seen Wakanda Forever and we've been introduced to Riri Williams, we are getting her series, Ironheart.
Oh, yes. I didn't know that was this year. Or is it this year? I guess it's this year.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It is this year. Yes. It's late 2023. So it better be here.
Oh. You better be here.
I know. I'm trying to figure out exactly when late 2023 is. I'm going to guess maybe October. No, that seems too late.
I mean, because there's the final quarter.
There is. But if we're going by thirds, and there are, let's see, there's 3 series that's supposed to come out in late 2023. And if they release them one episode at a time like they do, then they need, time to get through everything to fit within this late 2023 period. Because the series after Ironheart is Echo, which, if you're not familiar with Echo, she was introduced in Hawkeye. And which, again, it has its merits. It has its reasons for watching. If you didn't watch it, check it out. It's not bad.
She wasn't the girl. She wasn't the girl who was Hawkeye's like protege, was she? Or was she?
No, that's not her. That's
Okay.
Kate Bishop, I think.
Kate Bishop. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Echo is because she wasn't a villain, nor would I consider her an antagonist, but she was definitely at odds with Hawkeye because I think he
Right.
killed her father.
Yeah, she wasn't deaf, or was she deaf? But she definitely spoke with signs.
Yes.
Okay, I remember now. It's coming back to me now. Okay.
Yeah. And she also has a
Nice.
connection to Daredevil too.
Right. To I thought it was to Kingpin.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all connected, and Daredevil is actually last on the list, and his series, or Daredevil Born Again, comes out early 2024. But I did skip over a show. But we'll discuss Daredevil in a moment. Echo, I'm looking forward to it. It could be fun. But the one that I am skipping over is probably one that you're definitely going to look forward to as well, and that is Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Yes. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for that one. I cannot wait. So, but I wonder though, is it going to be set in present day, or are they going to like take it back to her like ancient Coven witch days? Like in her start. Do we know?
I don't see why it couldn't be both, but I do see that some of the characters that were introduced in WandaVision will be back. Because I'm seeing, in quotes, like Dottie Jones and Mrs. Hart. I don't remember who those people were, but they did say that they were in WandaVision. So
I remember the names. I just can't remember their faces.
I can't either. And that's something that and we discussed this last episode, where I do want to go back and watch WandaVision again, but time, like, where? I just can't. I'll get there though. And then after that is Daredevil. Sorry, I couldn't read for a second. Which we've kind of already started getting excited about, and what can come from that. And I don't really know, because there's 18 episodes, and that's like the highest order of episodes so far from any MCU or any Disney Plus show so far. So that could be that could be a lot there to chew on. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, as long as we get some more like hallway fights that are like one takes, one shots, that we so much so love so much. So yeah, there's a lot going on in phase 5 is what I meant to say. It does look to be a little bit shorter or smaller compared to phase 4. Just looking real quick just to compare. Yeah, it is a little bit shorter. And then looking up at phase 6, we just have 4 movies so far. Nothing about TV shows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's in the works, though. It's Marvel.
I'm sorry?
I said, I'm sure that's in the works, though, more TV shows.
Oh, absolutely. Because some of these series, I'm pretty sure, would probably get another season. Or even the movies get their own spinoffs. I'm like, hey, let's dive more into this character. And there's still the Wakanda series that's supposed to be coming out too. That must be in phase 6. So I have no idea what that's going to entail.
I was about to say, do you know any information about that?
Nothing that's on my one sheet of Wikipedia page here, because I'm really only looking at the bullet points. And I don't know when that's coming out, what's happening with it. I don't have any updates as of yet. I did not come prepared with that information.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Okay. That's okay. I didn't realize there was I recall seeing a Wakanda Wakandan lettering somewhere, but I didn't look into it further myself. But I kind of forgot that there was a whole series coming down the pipeline. So that's exciting.
I mean, obviously there is a sequel that they are discussing because why wouldn't you? But yeah, I don't know about the series. Because that was something that maybe I'll just say it was rumored, but I really thought that they were working on a series, and I don't have that information in front of me. But hey, we always talk about it later when it does happen, because that's what we do here, and just get into things. So
yeah,
I said I was pretty much excited about everything coming out, so I don't really. It's kind of hard for me to say what I'm anticipating the most. I think I'm probably with you in the fact that I can't wait for Ant-Man and Loki because I really enjoyed Loki season 1. Yeah, well, I'll put it this way, and I don't mean to shine any negative light or shade, but is there one out of all the ones that I mentioned so far that's like you kind of not excited?
I mean, the original, well, I'm excited about them all, even the ones that I don't know much about, just because I know how this works with the MCU. It all connects to the bigger picture. Even the ones I'm not super excited about, but like I mentioned before, Loki, I'm really excited about. Ant-Man, Blade, you reminded me of Blade. Looking forward to Secret Invasion. I actually really liked Echo in Hawkeye, so I'm looking forward to learning more about her and just more of a focus on her. And then of course the Wakandan series. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Right. I probably could have took advantage of that time to see if I could find it. But yeah, if I were to pick one that I was not as excited for, but I'm definitely going to watch it because it's how I've always felt about Captain America. So the New World Order film, I'm like, I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to be in the theater, not the front row because nobody sits there, but I'll be there. And I kind of want it to surprise me. So, let's see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it might. It just might. I definitely am not looking forward to that one. It's like you. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a shot, but we'll see. Not gonna be happy about it, but we'll see.
We'll be there. We'll probably drag our feet, but we'll go there. At least you won't treat it like Ant-Man, and you actually go.
We'll see. I may have to talk myself out of it, but we'll see.
Well, I don't think you still haven't watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet either, have you?
I haven't.
Well, I'll probably say to take a cheat code and just watch all the new Rockstar breakdowns. So at least that way you don't have to actually sit through the series.
Ugh, I just don't wanna, I don't wanna. There's so many other things I could be watching.
There could be, but at least this way you don't have to spend, 6 or 7 hours watching it, and you could instead maybe watch it within an hour because of the breakdowns.
Yeah. And I love their breakdowns.
Right.
So much.
With that, I kind of want to give them a plug, even though we're not getting paid by them whatsoever. But since you and I, we both watch Eric Voss so much that, we just did you watch the newest breakdown of whatever it is? He's coming out with a new channel, or rather they are coming out with a new channel called Deep Dive.
Yes. I saw that. Have they started it yet?
They haven't started it, but all they did, they released the channel, but they also released a teaser for it. So, nice. And it's just something, cool, just announcing what it is. Something I totally would do if I was in that situation, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. They did release a video just kind of saying what they're looking forward to this year, like all the things that they're going to be working on. And I'm excited. I'm like, oh, wow, I will definitely be on board for many of these things. They're going to be doing more movies than just the MCU, just what's in Star Wars. They're going to be doing more things. And then with Deep Dive, they're going to be able to dive deeper into films that aren't just nerdtastical, nerdy films, comic book films, all the stuff that we're already into. So I'm looking forward to all of that. And I love like video essays like this, like breakdowns and things that, as he says, they're not just Easter eggs, but there's just like a deeper philosophy behind the films that have been made. So
right.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Nice. I'm looking forward to it as well. I love everything they do.
Me too. Such a fan. So that's our plug. I didn't even really mean to plug them in that way, but there you have it. So that's where we get a lot of information sometimes when it comes to these kinds of films, and us, like Kortney and I, discussing them. We are probably had just watched a new Rockstar video. I didn't do that for this one. However, I did watch all the stuff they are talking about. I think I watched an old one where Eric was trying to predict what was going to happen in phase 5, and he got a lot of that wrong. But hey, that's why they're predictions and they're theories. It doesn't mean that they're going to be right, but there we are.
Yeah.
So that does it for our look, our projection, if you will, into phase 5, the things that we're excited about, which is pretty much everything, because that's who we are. I don't know. Did you have anything, not even recommendations? Yeah. Yeah, you already said what you're looking forward to most, which is mostly everything. Guess we just wrap it up then.
Yeah.
Because I was going through my checklist, like, oh, we did that already. We did that. Okay. So yeah, if you want to be found, and I don't know if you are even looking to be found anymore these days.
Child, I am not looking to be found in these streets.
Tell me about it. I mean, they shooting guns and everything, fireworks.
Shooting guns around here.
So if you're not being found, that's fine. We can move on from there. You can find me at all things indoob, and just checking you. You're good. You don't.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm
okay. Good. Great. All right. Yeah, you find me at all things at indoob. Go to indoob.com. You can find the link to the store and to the Patreon, which you can use to help support the podcast. And eventually, I keep saying eventually we're going to record more stuff to put on the Patreon. And I'm thinking I just might record some things because I just might have a thought. I just need to get off my chest. I don't want to, rope other people in just to hear me babble. But if it happens that way, then it happens. If it's just me, then that's all you get. So there's that. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I forgot to hit the play button for the other thing I was meant to do. There we go. That's the end thing. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. Remember to wash your legs, your feet, the undersides of your dishes. And if the world didn't suck, we'd all fall off. Henceforth and forevermore, the church said.
Amen.
Thank you so much for listening to the Indoob podcast. To get more Indoob in your life, check out indoob.com, patreon.com/indoob, and of course, merch over at TeePublic. Email us your Ask Indoob questions, comments, or just say hi at indoobpod@gmail.com. Linky dinks in the descripts. Please rate, comment, follow, subscribe, and hashtag tell your friends. Until next time.